guys, I'm Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back again, guys, with The Fall of House of Usher.
Episode 5.
Telltale Heart.
Nope, wait, yes. The Telltale Heart. I was about to say the Black Cat. No, that was last episode.
The only one that I know of.
I know that one as well. So, last episode was about Napoleon's death. He went to buy another cat, a black cat, to replace Pluto, who he killed. And he wanted to hide this from his boyfriend and pretend that nothing happened. But the black cat he brought back, which by the way wasn't there, it was literally Pluto's ghost, basically turned into the Terminator, kept killing a bunch of animals around the house, the place, you know, birds and rats and mouses, kept assaulting Napoleon. And Napoleon, being the guy that he was, just felt everything too much, got too angry, and ended up destroying the place and trying to kill the cat. And by trying to kill the cat, he jumped over the railing of his balcony and killed himself.
Yeah, splush.
Which, by the way, we have looked into the Black Cat story from Edgar Allan Poe. It's exactly the same, more or less.
Exactly the same.
The drug addict.
Alcoholic, abusive man killed his black cat Pluto, and one day a stray cat followed him home, and it was just the same, looked the same, except for a scratch.
And it basically ended up in a murder.
Yeah.
So this episode is probably going to be Victorine if we follow the order we saw in episode 1, and you know, from the youngest to the oldest. We are pretty sure that she's going to go forward with the heart transplant, the trial on a person, Verna. But it could be her wife or girlfriend that she's doing that on, and she'll feel guilty. And this one ends in a murder-suicide, we know, because that's what the clipping said in episode 1. So, yeah, a lot of guilt and a lot of stories from Frederick still to see. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens.
Alright.
Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions, you guys.
And in the meantime, let's go.
You decide on your resolution? You already asked us that. Your brother answered for you. Do I
To
strike
live
you as someone who
forever.
can't speak for herself? You strike me as a queen without a crown. How about this? If you could be either rich or famous, which? Rich. Okay, you're rich. What now? I never let a man have power over me, and I figure out how to live forever.
This is literally what she's doing in the present, so... I actually think it matters, because it's like what they told her is gonna happen. We're getting close here, Verna. But it's literally like, you tell me what you want, but pick carefully because it's gonna come true.
Cleopatra.
It's like she just sealed the deal, right?
Yeah, a little bit. That's why I'm like, she kind of forced her to tell her the resolution before it happened.
Her organs are functioning much better than expected. I think it's time I take her home. We've still got a long road to hoe.
We have everything we need at home. I've been working
No.
on this for a little bit, and I'm just about ready to bring her back.
Back to the cage. It hasn't been a week yet, like...
Honey, we can get through this. We can do
No!
it. Don't you want to come home?
He wouldn't admit that she wanted out.
I gotta learn from the office that you literally booked me for surgery next week,
Well,
Victorine.
fuck me, I thought you'd be happy.
I thought she wasn't even gonna tell her, but...
We're not ready, Victorine.
Do you remember this?
That's our prototype.
Your first stab at it, it works. Ow. You know what else it is? $200 million of Frederick Usher's money, and for some reason, he wants it right now. So if he says human trials, you better believe, babe, we're just doing human trials.
There's no way you could have gotten clearance for this.
Because she didn't. It's all illegal. But they are willing to risk it, because they think they are above everyone else.
No, Vic,
Ow,
no, you
ow.
don't. What did you do?
It's not like
No,
that.
It is.
No.
my signature isn't on falsified
This is-
data,
the
Victorine.
reports are fine.
Tell me right now.
Don't be a fucking child. Shit, how do you think this industry works?
Oh my god, I hear the...
She just pulled the same stunt as
Her dad
the lead
and...
boss of her
and
father.
as well, yeah.
You sang a different tune when that money came rolling into your clinic and into your bank account.
Don't use guilt about this.
Yeah, I think I'm out. Of us. Wow. You're not going to say anything, are you, Al, the NDA?
Oh,
Oh, that's what that worries her.
Okay, babe, I'm begging you, please. Don't do this.
Don't do this, you!
Don't just rip you apart. Baby, please don't do this.
You're not who I thought you were.
That's gotta sting. But then if she leaves, how does she end up dead?
Yeah.
Because I think.
Maybe we got it wrong.
No, it's a murder-suicide.
Of course I'm gonna tell.
Oh!
Fucking care.
She's killing her so she
Yeah.
doesn't say shit. It's actually worse then.
You're all fucking monsters.
She's killing her right there.
Yeah. To keep the secret. Oh,
It's me again.
And then the guilt. Telltale heart.
Look, I am sorry. Just call me back. We can work
And
this out.
she gotta pretend that nothing's
Just as long
wrong.
as my-
For her defense, I don't think she meant to kill her, but you still threw that thing. That had consequences.
she wanted to stop her, and she
I think she
did.
threw it in anger, but she didn't expect it to hit her in the head or something.
No, she wanted to just stop her to stop her from leaving, and she threw it at her head.
She's
and
hearing
killed
it.
her.
Do you hear that?
Your delightful rumor that you're moving forward with human trials.
We are working on it.
The thing is, though, if she told them what she did, they would probably try to cover it up for her.
Yeah.
But to admit what she did would also be to admit that she's doing
We need to
that
get
illegal
on a
stuff with
fast
the
track
human trials.
so we can implement a very special human study. A candidate we cannot risk. Do you understand?
What's
Am
the
I
sound?
boring you?
It's not a heartbeat.
There's a twist to it, but
Don't you have bigger fish to fry?
Like what?
Aren't we still on trial?
Not for much longer.
It is much longer, we imagine.
well, at the beginning of the show, he said that they won, and we're reaching week 2 here. So
Out of curiosity, who was your informant?
if there is no informant, he would feel guilty.
There was never an informant.
You were right.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Come on. There's no ethics whatsoever to your defense, and I'm supposed to run my case by the book. There's even more
Point.
scrutiny on me. One time, I play your
And people die.
I mean it. Good.
I shouldn't have pointed at the kids. If I thought for a moment they'd start dying.
Easy there.
For your sake, that's not how or why they died.
Why, if it weren't for you, they would all still be alive.
That's not true.
Depends. I don't think so.
Oh, this is Victorine.
Victorine.
Yeah.
Focus, man. It's
Cool effect.
Yeah.
If you start to steer off the path. Stop denying, men. Tell the story. Stop saying it's anyone else's fault.
Well, if you let me relieve you of that burden,
It wasn't your fault. They would have died anyway.
no one died for your lie.
His ghosts are literally telling him to tell the truth here. No more bullshit.
Never waste your time on guilt or shame.
You know, it's funny, I just had a very interesting conversation with Roderick Usher. Now suddenly his sister's in my office to pitch me some sort of computer thing that would require me to what? Computerize all our records, right?
Yeah, that sounds a bit.
Hey, why don't you let me take all those sensitive company papers that my brother was just talking about out of the basement and computerize them for you?
Well, he just said they were in the basement.
This is...
So you figured you'd humiliate me?
No, I don't want to humiliate you. I don't need to. You do realize the entire company knows about you, right? Longfellow knocks up his secretary.
We don't go there. She's already pissed.
I don't know why he didn't just claim you as heirs. Everybody knew about you anyway, but here you both are, working the mailroom. And hey, it worked out pretty good for me. That's the way this business works. Chairs empty out, sad to say, but they don't stay empty long. So I'm grateful for that part of it.
She's good at controlling her emotions right now.
I'm actually on your side, you and Roderick. I'm giving him a hand up, and I can do the same for you. It just has to make sense.
For you, fuck
So
you.
just don't fuck with me, Madeline.
She
Fuck
expected him.
me. No, that's fine.
Oh.
Hell, he'll climb that ladder fast. But women, they can climb out their backs. But don't you ever fuck with me, Madeline Usher. Do you get me?
Challenge accepted.
I get you.
For sure she expected him to react like that. She went there for a plan.
Now I know we're up against it. It's not much. Testosterone, hubris, aftershave.
Don't misjudge him. He's misjudged you. Don't make the same mistake.
The fact that he helped them actually
Great for us.
get what they wanted here.
Yeah.
He's giving great advice.
Those records still exist.
In the basement.
In the basement.
Huh?
Best times to destroy them will be during construction. That gives us our cut too.
I don't like this.
And you're right. This is dangerous. And once we do this next part, there is no going back.
Poor girl. I don't know how she leaves the picture, but it was a fucking rat.
Love the fact that her eyes are just like a cat
Double the
eye,
security detail.
not like a human.
Ridiculous. Leo
She was the
jumped off
cat,
the balcony.
so.
Julius saw it. No one could have made these things happen.
I know that face.
I kissed that girl on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, 1980. Did you happen to, I don't know, fuck that pretty bartender? And now you've got another heir running around.
That would be one idea.
Beef up security, let him do what he does.
No, it's the same girl, but I see why they are worried.
Her eyes, Arthur. The receipt. I'd like it to be her eyes. Both of them.
You
Yeah.
psychotic bitch!
Well, she believes that she's been killing the kids, so...
What's more important to you? Being famous or saving lives? You've always dreamed about one of those, not so much the other. You're so out of touch with your human side.
I love the
Change in colors
red
and stuff.
color, yeah.
You can't even listen to anything outside your own head. You pretty sure you hear that? Do have Dr. Ruiz give me a call.
The actress must have had a blast playing so many characters. Maybe it's the heart that she's hearing. It says mechanical.
Maybe.
Damn. Kind of like her brother here.
You've reached Alexandra Ruiz. Leave a message.
You have to call me back, I'm losing it. Please.
My god, with her, the denial is crazy. It's almost like she believes the lie. As she managed to convince herself that nothing happened.
Well, Roderick did say that denial is really, really strong.
Ma'am?
Who are you talking to?
Ma'am, I haven't been talking to anyone.
Jesus, Tim.
She was right there, getting obsessed with her.
Say that again?
With everything that's happened, you need a break. You can't even sit upright because you're so tired. Please, as a favor.
Did you just say do it for you? Just who do you think you are in this?
He's meant to be your husband.
You are a face. You're not a mouthpiece, so just smile and shut the fuck up.
Man,
That's
leave
not a way to
her.
fit your partner.
You can't sell health unless you look healthy.
If you try to tell
True.
me what to do with my business when we're goddamn done.
Our business.
I have hand-selected every single aspect of this company.
She's a
Every
control
single
freak,
aspect,
man.
including you. Built.
Hey, now.
You were chosen. You headhunted. Baby, we met at VidCon. You fit the break.
Man,
You were
turn
so
around and
eager.
leave.
And I can easily replace you. I'll just find another fitness guru with a hot ass and a snappy slogan.
He's your husband. You
There
bitch.
is no gold bug without me, Tammy. Without me, it is just a lowly ass box of cosmetics.
Stop it! Stop it! You are fucking that whore behind my
What
back.
are you talking
You
about?
think I'm stupid? It is pathetic, so yes! Forgive me for finally being honest. You are a fucking mascot! And I don't care who you fuck, but if you fuck me on this launch, I will fuck a trench through you!
Oh.
Honey, the goddamn hookers? That was always you! And I always fucking hated it!
You done?
Man, fuck you. You don't value him.
And I'm not coming back.
Yeah, do that.
Fucking great.
Please leave. For your sake.
Buddy, you're better off. You should just leave.
She's a control freak. She has no respect for you. And she has the fucking gall to get upset
Enjoying this.
that you're potentially seeing other people.
Never touched her. No more than Mads did, anyway.
Did he bury her in
Is the
there?
Annabelle Lee inside that
It's
brick
impossible
wall?
anyway. Fuck you, too.
Or maybe his own
His
old
old
boss?
bus. They had. Maybe that's what they did that night. It's the mortar and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I know what's actually happening here. If all this crazy bullshit is right, then maybe I know how to stop it. You dare me?
You're losing it, man. Your past is catching up.
Takes 10 seconds to fall 70 floors. That's no time at all. Fucking you can do 10 seconds.
Dude, I love this. I love this. Man, the cinematography right now is pretty cool.
Wasn't so hard. You fucking coward. 10 seconds. You save them all.
You think it's about that? Like, if you die, the others survive? Like, maybe he believes that it's him or them? If so, then yeah, he does deserve to feel guilty.
If he pays for his wrongdoings, he might save his children.
I won't apologize for turning you kids against one another.
It's a bit too late, my man.
I wanted to make you stronger. I was wrong.
We are stronger as a team, and they were never a team.
I may need your work more than you know.
Don't put more pressure on her.
It can make a big difference for me, so I am here to support you with everything.
How to put more guilt on our conscience, right?
Not guilt, pressure, but both.
There's a problem. I'll show you. Maybe you can help me fix it.
Yeah, no, they both have their problems, and...
See?
What is that?
No, he hears it, okay.
I think it works. It does matter.
She seems so out of it.
She's dead on the floor.
You're not going to tell anyone.
Of course I'm gonna tell.
I just wanted to stop it. Okay, wait, hang on, okay?
She's gonna see an opportunity. I can't do shit, because if they figure out what's going on, I'm gonna be stopped. Her mind is fucked up.
This was an accident. This was an accident, you hear me?
She's dying.
You didn't mean that, did you?
Girl, she's dying.
You believe me. No, Ali. I take it back.
Oh.
What the fuck is that noise? And that smell?
She tried to, yeah, she put the heart in her to try and, it's the heart, yeah.
There you are. What did they say with me?
She's so gone.
I'm sorry. She's not being a team player, but you see it works.
You're
fucked up.
you're fully funded. Yeah, she's quite dead.
Yeah.
That would explain it, wouldn't it? Wise. It's making that sound.
There's no
She's
blood.
just pumping it dead. This is hard. I can fix it.
No.
Oh no! She's gonna put it on her heart then.
Success is everything.
Oh, this is madness.
And if we're going to succeed, we just need a better heart.
This is madness.
Daddy.
What have I done?
Oh, it's as crazy as I thought it was gonna be.
Were we right on this?
Some of it we were right. It was actually better than what I thought. Because it was less about Verna giving her illusions and more about her letting the stress and the emotions get to her head so that she started having visions and just it got to her head and she turned crazy in the end.
She completely dissociated with what was going on.
So when I was saying that it sounded like she had convinced herself that she wasn't dead, it was true. She literally forgot that this happened. It's like she tried, like her brain disconnected. She tried to, completely move on, like this denial, but in a crazy fucking intense way. She's the perfect example. When we saw them talk about filling the hole that their dad left behind and stuff.
Yeah.
And she talked about how people who join the family, for the two first siblings, it's not the same because they grew up in the house. Their mom, their dad considered marrying their mom. So they feel it's not this, it's still intense for them, but their life situation was different from the others who were added later. And I feel like, when Victorine was saying, when we join the family, we're not just accepted. We got to prove that we deserve our place. And since she believes that, since she believes that, and since she's the first one that got added, she was also the first one that on whom we put all those expectations. So I felt that she was the one that tried the hardest to really prove that she deserved to be a part of the family. So making her dad happy, giving him what he wanted. She was getting the money for a project. She never really knew why he wanted it so desperately, but it's pressure after pressure. And the others, they also were desperate to make their dad proud, but I felt that Camille was put in a situation that she had no control over, so she just excelled in that department. And Napoleon did his thing, and I don't think he ever really wanted to, like, it's not, he wanted to prove that he was worth something, but he wasn't so much, focused on the making my dad proud thing. As for Perry, he was the youngest, and he was not accepted like the others, so he just lashed out on his own. So if for them, it wasn't as about making their dad proud, Victorine is the embodiment of making daddy proud. So it turned her into this obsessed person.
If you think about it, it's like all the pressure from Camille, Napoleon, and Prospero was basically put on Victorine's shoulder. So that's a lot of pressure.
How?
Okay, to be rude, you got Tamerlane and Frederick, and you got the bastards. Victorine is the only one who makes something out of her life, who can make their father proud. So she needs to succeed to...
Well, that has nothing to do with the bastards in general. Even with Tamarine, who's, pushing for that...
Tamerlane?
Tammy. She's pushing for... She's pushing for that fitness thing, like her thing is not world changing per se, and as for Frederick, he's just trying to copy his dad. She's the only one out of all the siblings, not bastards and legitimate included, who tried to do something that could literally change the world. But her project was so big that of course he put a lot of expectations behind it, and she could never achieve it. And she pretended, the question, if you could be famous or, save lives, which would you prefer? In her mind, it was being famous, not saving lives.
Yeah.
If it was about saving lives, she would not step over those steps. She would not, be willing to manipulate and forge signatures and just force people to, manipulate people into participating in the trials. She would literally try to do the right thing, but no, it was her advancement, her success that she focused on the most. So that's why even her relationship, I think it was Camille who said that since it's not her heart mesh, she couldn't do it because she needed a surgeon. So she went with the surgeon. She married, or at least was in a relationship with the surgeon. She surrounded herself with the people who could help her achieve that project. So of course, when she left her, emotions took over, which, by the way, this is a very dangerous thing. She never intended to kill her. She just tried to stop her. And in a moment, it's easy to be stop, throw stuff. But then, you got to face the consequences. The moment where she was aware of what was going on, when she was calling 911 and she looked at her girlfriend dying, and she was like, oh, what if I don't call 911? In her head, it started making sense.
But you were saying that you were leaving and you were going to talk about it, right?
But she did.
Don't talk about it.
She did with her what she did with Verna earlier, which is to try and justify what she did, because the blame is never on them. They are above everything else, so they're never going to blame themselves. But I think in that moment she saw that as an opportunity. If I call 911, it's going to come to light, and then there's no way for me to keep going. But if I don't say anything, then it stays a secret. And that's when it turns into not a mistake, but an intentional act. She crossed too many lines, and that guilt ripped her apart, literally. For her, it's the pressure. If for the other ones, it was excess, you got obsession, you got anger issues, and here you have pressure and overachiever, the need to succeed, the need to be known as the one who succeeded.
It was pressure, but all of them has got an obsession. For herself, it was the obsession of success.
I wouldn't say her thing was obsession. It's not so much obsession.
No, I said that she was... her obsession was that she wanted to succeed.
No, but obsession in itself was Camille. I think her thing, Camille's thing, was that she was, well, she had you know, this feud with Victorine, but she was obsessed with the idea of, you know, proving that they were doing wrong. Basically, she was jealous. So jealousy, maybe. Camille was jealousy. If you want to say obsession was, they all have an obsession, sort of. So yeah, you got excess, you got anger issues, you got jealousy. This is
But I wouldn't per se say that
pride,
it was
maybe.
jealousy with Camille. She wanted
Well,
to prove that her sibling weren't better off than she was.
But that's jealousy. If they get the praise, if they get the attention, she's jealous of that because she feels that she deserves it more, or she deserves it just as much. Envy could be a thing, but I think jealousy sounds better.
Are you saying that all of them are technically
the 7 deadly sins?
But only 6. Well, 7 with the father.
I don't know. That would be funny to talk about, but maybe.
But maybe who will be pride? But you said that Camille was envy. Basically, she was envious of her sibling because they got the recognition.
You really want to go into this? Okay.
Let's go into
then
this.
Prospera was lust. But then gluttony in it would fit with Prospera in a way as well.
Gluttony was probably with Napoleon.
That would be wrath. No.
Lust could be Tammy then.
Tammy. Her, I think if we really had to give her something, I think it would be pride, because Tammy is a control freak who's desperate to prove that she can do the same job, if not a better job, than her sibling, her brother. The man who's meant to take over. She wants to prove that a woman can do it, but it gets the pressure is too much. She can't control everything, but she's trying to. And she's fucking up her relationship. She is obsessed with, like, when something is out of her control, she takes offense, even though she says herself that she doesn't give a shit if he goes with you know, prostitutes and stuff. She gets obsessed because she didn't control this. She didn't say it was okay. So I think to tell her that she can do something is, you know, what hurts her the most. Mm-hmm. And also Verna said something about her wanting to be seen. It's true that she feels like the second, you know, sibling who gets nothing, whereas the others get more. And since she's not as excessive, she doesn't consider the bastards as, you know, prospects for the inheritance. So it's between her and Frederick, and I think she feels that Frederick, being the guy, the man, will get everything.
That is more entitled because he's the man.
Yeah, and she gets overlooked. So she's trying to prove herself. She wants to be seen, and she has this control thing going on where she doesn't want to participate, she doesn't want to indulge, she doesn't want to be vulnerable, show emotion, but she got those emotions, and she doesn't like emotion because that means being out of control. You can control emotion. Not too well, anyway. So we're starting to see here, but next episode is her, so...
Maybe not. Is it?
Next episode is her, so we will see.
Wait. Napoleon could be wrath. Prospero would be lust. You got envy, you got jealousy, you got sloth.
Jealousy is not a 7 deadly sin.
You sure? Yeah. Oh no, envy and greed. Envy will be Camille. Greed. Tammy will be greed, not pride. Victorine will be pride though. Because of her pride, the fact that she wanted to succeed, said that she didn't want to accept that she was a failure.
I did say she would represent pride the most, but they all represent more than one.
No, I know.
And no one fits gluttony. So, at least not that we have seen right now. And the jealousy thing that's going on, right now it also fits with Frederick, who's wondering why, you know, his wife has been going off and having parties and lying to him. He's losing her. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to admit why she could want something other than the life with him. So, in any case, we'll go back to the episode, please. So,
but yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
It was one of the goriest not death so much as, you know, just what she did with her. You know.
I mean, for the first time, Roderick saw what he did. The fact that he didn't act at all caused to his children.
He seems to think that his death would stop this from happening. So I want to know, like, what else does he know about this whole thing? Because he seems to think, when, you know, the mention of Verna brought him back to that night and stuff, and he went to the wall, which I'm pretty sure they buried someone in there.
Well, I'm betting on his boss or his wife.
He said, I never touched her, not more than Madeline did. So why would he say that to his boss? I think if it's more that it would be his wife. But then again, how would killing his wife change the future of the company? That's why I'm like,
maybe they try to... That will be fucked up though, to try to put the blame on the wife dead on his boss, because...
Or they did something to the boss and the wife knew, so they got rid of the wife.
Oh, true.
That would fit as well.
True.
The whole thing that we're seeing, first of all, it's funny to see them, team up with
Dupin?
Yes, because like right now he's so against that. So to know that he helped back in the day with good advice as well. I knew Madeline did not show up in the boss's office to, really talk about opportunities or something. Like she was there to fish out some information.
Yeah.
There's always an ulterior motive there. To know that the now attorney was aware of that and he's actually trying to have them fish out information for him and work with him. It's crazy to know where they end up.
Mm-hmm.
But gotta be careful with who you work for and who you work with and the stuff that you do, because you never know. Like, you're fighting one guy right now, but the one you're asking for help is turning into this guy in the future. So you're gonna make your own worst enemy. Be careful. But Jesus, that whole conversation was maddening. The whole thing about, how women can easily get to the top because they can sleep around.
But it is fucked up that people look down on a lot of women because of that. Because
like how men have to work. Like someone told me that in the comments once, like how, women can get anything they want. It's so easy. I'm like, no. That's not, like, that's just assuming because, like, maybe because you feel rejected by women and you feel that they have the choice.
That a lot of men can get a lot of things because of their physique or because they got money and stuff.
But to just, like, it's just a misogynistic...
It goes both ways.
It's a misogynistic mindset to assume that women who get far in life do that only because they sleep around.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, kudos to Madeline for keeping her game face on and not actually get too angry. Well, she was angry, but not show it too much because she was there for an ulterior motive. So good for her, because I don't know if I would have stayed calm in that moment.
But she was on a mission and she succeeded.
He proved to her that he wasn't, he was just like every other man that she knew. So
wasn't that much of a threat? Yeah,
at least not to her. She is the brain behind the whole operation. In any case, it was a brutal, incredible episode, and knowing the story, we kind of knew where it was going, but it's crazy to see it happen on screen in this way.
I really liked it. I mean, I didn't think at first that because I was expecting like a heartbeat, but the fact it was some sort of a
mechanical
squishing mechanical sound, I didn't expect that it was the thingy that she was building.
It was the heartbeat. It's just the mechanical heartbeat.
Yeah, but pumping no blood, so yeah.
Yep. It was gruesome. And now that he's seen this happen, you can't really say like, oh, like someone like Verna was there to make it happen. Now he was there. He can say, I know that the boyfriend, Napoleon's boyfriend
Julius
saw him jump too, but they could still, argue with that. But now that Roderick himself has seen it, although he has been having hallucinations, how can you deny that? And there's nothing to find there. I don't think there's another kid running around. I think it's Verna, and I think it's supernatural. Because I mean, we've seen enough proof that she wasn't really there. Like,
but I mean, just the fact that on the picture her eyes were not red like human eyes; they were like
no, but it's
yellowish
also
green like cat eyes.
It's not just that, it's the visions. It's the fact that she jumps from one place to the other. Like, she's not there. The fact that she was, talking to Camille when in fact it was a chimp in front of her. Like, she's not there. But they're not gonna go straight to supernatural in the show. But I can't wait to get the whole thing. I think, from what we've seen, it's really like, okay, you're at this turning point. Your life is about to change. Tell me what you want to do. And it will happen, but you'll have to pay a price. This is exactly what's going on. Madeline said that she was gonna, you know, not let any man control her, and she wasn't gonna get rich and then work on ways to live forever. This is exactly what she's doing.
She sealed the deal with a kiss.
As for Roderick, like he said, he wanted to change the world. In what way, though? He did sort of change the world if you consider his company and the drug and stuff.
One child at a time.
Well. Okay, we're gonna end this here and move on. We have 2 kids left to see die, and then the last episode is gonna be about Madeline and Roderick, I think. So I'm excited to see how it ends. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this or the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
Yep, and if you don't wanna, well, the next kid will die next week on YouTube. So we're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.